All right, so we've gone over a lot of mindset topics, lessons, principles in this course so far. And I want this section to be another lesson, but I want it to be also like a bit of a summary of prior lessons learned, because I'm going to be going over a couple of things that we've sort of already gone over in the course. Now, this is a really, really important concept to basically tie everything together, I would say, for the mindset section. And it comes back to this idea of, are you an amateur or are you a professional? And this extends to all areas of life. And I guess it's sort of a Tate quote. He talks about this a lot, but it is really important to understand this in relation to investing. So most people in life, they approach life very much like amateurs. They don't take any endeavor that they go into very seriously. They don't get results. They don't care that they don't get results. And they're just generally lazy and they don't really give a fuck. And if you're watching this video and you've been quote unquote an amateur in other areas of life, that is probably somewhat of a reflection of how you're going to approach crypto. And if you are an amateur in crypto, you will not make money. You can be an amateur with many other areas of life and it's not going to significantly affect you. You can be an amateur chef, but it's fine. You can be an amateur, person in the gym, but it's fine. You're still reasonably healthy. But if you are an amateur in crypto, you will lose all of your money. And there's only one outcome if you want to make money in crypto, and it's basically becoming a professional and approaching crypto professionally. Because if you do not approach crypto as a professional, any of this money that you make, which the amateurs make, you'll end up losing. Because money is not about making money, it's all about how you keep it after you've made it. Because every single person I've spoken to thousands of crypto investors, I know the patterns of what these people are doing. Everyone talks about how they made money, they got all this money and then they just never sold, or they just didn't have a strategy, they gambled it away, house money effect, all the different things that we talk about in this course they did wrong. And that's how I know that this is what these people are doing, because I've seen it firsthand hundreds of times. And these people all failed at the same core concept, which is they just didn't approach crypto as a professional. Everyone who I know in the crypto market who has approached it as an absolute professional always ends up getting results. They always end up making money. I know at least 100 plus millionaires, as in people who've made $1 million from crypto, not from business, from crypto. And all of them pretty much are much the same. They take this shit very seriously. And I actually know more than 100 who've made $1 million and lost it. And if I compare the ones who made $1 million and lost it and the ones who made $1 million and kept it, it's a very, very stark and clear difference. The ones who made it and lost it, they made it through luck. They sort of were amateurs. They got lucky in a way that was out of their control. They just were sort of fucking around, just stumbled across something that made them money. They weren't really doing things properly. The ones who made $1 million and kept it, they had a proper process. They had strategies. They had algorithms that they've developed. They had a team. They did all these different things that a professional would do. And so I want to go over in this video how an amateur approaches crypto and how a professional approaches crypto. And I want you to look at how, each topic, each thing, and the comparison between how an amateur and a professional approaches it. And I want you to think about yourself and how you've approached crypto prior, and whether you are doing crypto in an amateur way or in a professional way. Now, keep in mind, if you do not, again, I'm saying this again, if you do not approach crypto as a professional, you will lose money. You won't be making money. You'll make money temporarily, but you're not going to keep it. And if you don't keep the money, then you lost it, right? You're going to lose money in the end. So let's go over our list of things that amateurs do and professionals don't. So as we've already gone over, amateurs make money and they just never keep it, right? Professionals, they make money and they keep it because they know what they're doing. Amateurs don't have a system. Professionals have a fully fleshed out system. No process, proper process, no defined edge. The professional has a defined edge. So what I mean by that is a professional has a segment of crypto which they focus all their attention on, that they've become really, really, really good at. So good to the extent where they just print money in that sector consistently. And They don't, and professionals will double down on what they're really good at, and they will take as much money from the market as they can. And amateurs will try to do many different things, and they will never truly become very good at one thing. And thus, they never get an edge, and they just don't make money, right? You only make money if you have an edge. Think about poker players. Think about video games. Think about all this stuff. If you're playing Call of Duty and you're just running around the battlefield shooting people, you're going to get killed. But if you are very strategic with how you play the game, so only moving in certain directions on the map, camping when you get to certain locations, changing to your close range gun when you're in close range areas, using your UAV when it comes onto the map, having a good set of headphones so that you can hear when your enemies are walking around, coordinating sort of certain moves with your team on when you're playing search and destroy. You know, all of these different things that you do, which would be quote unquote done by a professional, that's what ends up making you kill the opponent and win the game. Same as crypto, okay? No back testing or forward testing of strategy. So if you're watching this video, just think for a second to yourself. Have you ever back tested or forward tested the strategy that you're going to be implementing? Most of you are probably going, oh, well, I don't actually have a strategy that I'm going to be implementing. Oh, okay. Well, that's not good, is it? You're trying to make millions from crypto and you don't even have a strategy, and you haven't even tested it, even if you did. It's probably not a good start, is it? Probably not doing very well, are you? So you have to backtest everything. I made an algo that I use for investing. I've gone over it already. I backtested it and I forward tested it for 2 years, right? So that's just a bit of an exemplar of how you would do it. Now, using emotions to make decisions. So this is a big one. Amateurs still make decisions based on their emotions, so they buy when they feel greed, or they sell when they feel fear. The professionals do not listen to their emotions, they make logical decisions. That's obvious, right? That's an obvious one. Boring. Next one, amateurs don't have tuition for understanding what to do. They don't have this 30-second brain, which is a topic which is from the pattern recognition video, if you want to watch that. We talk about the 30-second brain, or the 30-second mind. Amateurs don't have this, whereas professionals do. Amateurs don't really take the market seriously. They view it as a casino where they can go and they can gamble and they can have fun and they can just, maybe make or lose a bunch of money. This is the thing, right? A lot of people, they come to crypto and they really just don't take it seriously. They come here to have, because crypto is the riskiest market, they come here with the mindset that because there's a lot of risk, they don't need a strategy behind what they do, which is really weird to me. It's like, for some reason in everyone's brain, they think because something is really volatile that they don't need a strategy. Oh, it's shit coins. They're not worth anything. I'll just chuck money in. What has the volatility got to do with the fact that you don't need a strategy? What? That doesn't make any sense. You need a strategy more when you do shitcoins because of how risky it is, right? The strategy is even more important in the assets which carry more risk and more return, because generally volatility is a reflection of opportunity. And if there is an asset with more opportunity reflected through volatility, the better the strategy you have to capitalize on the opportunity, the more money that you're going to make. If you just buy stocks, you don't really need a strategy because there's not much money to be made. There's not much money to be lost. You can just basically do whatever you want. You're going to end up performing well over a long enough time horizon. Crypto, shitcoins, you need a strategy, or 90% of the coins are going to go to zero within a year. So it's a much different game, right? It just doesn't make sense to me. So many people, they're just fucking doing the high risk stuff and they think they don't need a process or a strategy. What the fuck? You dumb. No mentor to guide you. So all the rich people I do have mentors. All the rich people I know have mentors. Or they had mentors, right? People who are above them, who are giving them advice. They all have them. Every rich dude has a fucking mentor in something. Whether it's a gym coach or a business coach or someone that mentored them when they first began their business journey. Every millionaire had a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? No high-level community to share alpha in. So amateurs tend to try to do things alone. They go on Twitter, they go on YouTube, they try to use free information, they try not to pay for access to any groups. They are not good enough to get into groups for free because they suck at investing, and they're not willing to pay money to get into groups for free. So they just remain in this perpetual position of just being shit at crypto and never having a network. And because they approach it like an amateur, they also are too lazy to get really good at crypto. So they end up just staying in this really bad zone where no one wants to help them for free because they suck at making money.